You ready?
Hello, can you see me?
I can. What's your name?
Ada,
Ada, where you calling me from?
I'm calling you from New York today.
New York. Okay, move the phone back. You're so close. And get it situated if you can, boo.
Sorry, I'm in a hotel room. I just kind of woke up from a nap. But yeah.
Woke up from a nap?
Is this better?
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
better. Okay, Princess Ada, New York. How old are you?
I'm 43.
43. What do you do for a living, babe?
I'm a senior clinical trial manager, but I'm also a fashion entrepreneur.
You're also a fashion entrepreneur?
Yes.
Okay. Fashion entrepreneur. And what else are you? A senior what?
Clinical trial manager. I run clinical trials for a living.
Clinical trials manager. Okay. Do you have any kids?
Yes, 2.
How old are your kids?
My oldest is 19 and the younger one is 14.
Same dad?
No.
No.
I wouldn't be that silly. I believe in marriage. I wouldn't be with a man 5 years without being married.
Have you been married?
No. I'm
So you
saying
said
I couldn't stay with the same guy for 5 years without being married to him. That would be silly, I think. If I believe in marriage, if I want to get married, right?
Do you believe in marriage?
Yes.
Okay. So 19 and 14. So so was you with either one of them?
Yeah, so my 19-year-old I was with when I was 24 years old, and we had him, and my other child, that was like another time in my life. I was 30 years old, so it was, different times in my life.
So you didn't want to get married to either?
Well, they didn't ask me when I wanted to get married. So no, I didn't get married because they didn't ask. Guys ask, right?
Okay. So, and that's why you left them?
Yes, partially because, I can't just date a guy forever without getting married. That's a waste of my life. That doesn't make sense if I want to get married, right?
Fair enough. Now, someone watching might say, well, why would you have a child by a guy that isn't going to marry you? That they could look at that as a waste too. What was your response to be to that?
My response is I had my children because I chose not to abort them, right? So I had my children because I was pregnant and I chose not to abort them. And that's why I have them. And I really feel blessed I did because, I'm 43 and I have 2 wonderful children. Imagine if I had aborted those kids and I wanted children now. That would be terrible.
No, fair enough. So now, just to be clear, you said you left both men because they didn't want to marry you. Do you want to get married now?
Yes.
Okay, let's keep going. So this is Ada, New York, 43, fashion entrepreneur, clinical trial manager, 2 children. When's your birthday or zodiac sign?
January 15, Capricorn.
Capricorn. Where are you from, Ada? They're asking me that in the comments.
So I was born in Africa, born in Nigeria, and lived there the first 21 years of my life. But, I'm American now. I just never learned how to speak the American accent.
Okay, fair enough. Ada, all right, let's get into it. What part of New York do you live?
So I actually live in Houston, Texas. I'm in New York visiting my mom and my grandma.
Okay, but you live in Houston, Texas. All right.
Yes.
So Ada, Houston, Texas, 43, 2 kids, fashion entrepreneur, clinical trial manager, is a Capricorn. What kind of man you looking for?
So I need an honest man. I just got out of a relationship where I just couldn't get him to be honest. You have to be honest. Otherwise, I can't trust you because then I'm going to think everything you say is a lie. Right? So I've been called black and white because I'm deeply honest. I'll say it as it is. Right? And so really honest, he can be broke. So he cannot be broke. Like, I like to do things. I love to look nice, shop, travel, and I have my own money, but I can't pay for me and you, right? I don't believe that a woman should pay for a man. So
let's break down a couple things. So what is broke to you? What's the least amount of money you would do?
I believe that if a guy makes less than 100K, it will be hard to keep up. But if he makes less than 75, he would have to be like a huge money manager for us to be able to, at least do a couple of trips a year, go on dates where I would be happy at.
Okay. So if he made less than 100K, you feel like it's going to be difficult for him to keep up with you.
Yes.
Okay. And then you mentioned a second ago too that you don't believe the woman should pay for the man. So when you're going on these dates, is he paying for everything?
So I would pay for, things here and there, like a surprise, I'll pay for like birthday, quite honestly, very expensive birthday treats, right? I will pay for the occasional let's do this that I suggest, but I think a man should pick up the checks. I'm still kind of traditional, and quite honestly, I'm the first of a bunch of kids. And when I go out with my brothers who are younger than me, they pick up the tab because a man should pick up the tab.
Okay, so I think most people agree with if you go on a date, the guy will pay the bill. But I'm talking about the trips. When you go on these trips that you said because you want to travel,
Oh yeah.
do you expect the guy to pay for your travel too, or are you guys paying for each way? What's the expectation so the men know, the men who are watching can know?
That's a really good question, Kendra. And I travel a lot for business and my personal life. And so, for example, I'm elite in hotel chains and airline chains. So I could get us perks, but I definitely expect him to cover it. But I could if he maybe has paid for one trip this year and I want a second trip, I could cover the hotel because I have to be in a luxury hotel. So I could be like, okay, well, I'm gonna pick the hotel and cover it. You get the flights, right? But it's not gonna be like every trip I'm like trying to pay half. You have to be a man.
Okay, let's keep going. Does he have to look a certain way, Ada?
He can't. Well. Okay. So I've been known to date ugly guys, but I think the older I get, the more handsome a guy has to be to catch my attention. Yeah.
Okay. Now, you say you date ugly men, but are these men financially well off?
That's the thing. Like I actually been that person who didn't know how to define love. Quite honestly, Kendra, and I have been attracted to men that hasn't really given me value. So I just fell because my emotions got connected. So sometimes, quite honestly, no, they haven't been financially off.
Okay. I've been told to start asking this question when women throw out the 100K requirement. Does the man have to be African American, or are you open to all ethnicities?
All ethnicities.
Okay, so he doesn't have to be black. He can be a white man.
Yes.
Okay. Could he have kids?
Absolutely. I
All right.
have two wonderful children. If he has a daughter, he can steal my heart earlier because I kind of love girl kids because I have two boys. I love boy children too, but like you know how it is. I'm a girly girl. I like to raise a girl if I can.
You like to raise a girl. All right, Ada, let's do the Kendra cam. That's when you stand up and we see your full body.
Okay, so oh gosh, I literally changed into my PJs. Let's see if we can get this to work. My room is a hot mess, but I don't know if you can see. But
Okay, we see you.
Sorry, I was hoping to be looking better whenever you finally chose me to be on the show, but at least I have some makeup on.
Yes. You listen. Hey, a quick question. Do you typically date men in the salary category that you're requesting?
So I'm actually like a true Christian in the way that I've never really judged people by like, how much they make, what they bring to the table. And so I've dated men, I didn't even know how much they make. My last ex literally lied so hard. I don't even know if he makes up to 50K a year, right? So I typically don't ask the questions, I guess, because I trust you easily. So I'm pretty sure I've dated men who made less. And the truth is, Kendra, I train people if you have a first degree in this country, or like you have a first degree and you make less than 100K. I'm in an industry where I can train you, coach you to like get a job making more. And so I feel like a man who is willing to work hard, who listens to me, can actually increase their income by just knowing me. So I think that people can grow essentially if they want to. So I don't really judge too hard, but you can't just come here and be a bum and give me nothing and let me date you because there's nothing in it for me, right?
Okay, so Now, if a guy made 50K, are you saying you can help him get to 100K?
If he has a college degree, yes, I could coach him. I mean, it's not something that's free, but I could coach him. Like, I just feel like my friends, that my all my friends make over 100K, and some of them is because I coach them to like do what they're doing right now. And so
Are
I
these
think
friends, are these female friends or guy friends?
female friends,
Okay, but you want to date a
female
guy.
friends. Of course, but I'm just saying, if a guy would listen, like my friend, because I'm just saying I could help somebody grow, is what I'm saying, Kendra. And I've done it before, so I know I can do it, right?
Okay, fair enough. Let's keep going. What's the age range you would date, Ada?
35 to 55.
35 to 55. Okay. Ada, when was your last relationship?
I broke up, or I guess the relationship, I figured it had ended by the end of July.
Of this year?
Yes.
Why did it end?
Well, the real truth, Kendra, is I dated somebody who, I don't know, he had a lot of issues. If I tell you, he literally just wouldn't get on the phone and talk to me. Like, he still sent me a text message yesterday, but he stopped talking to me because of some stuff he did, and he wasn't willing to, communicate and get past that. So I figure his emotional intelligence wasn't good enough, or just, I don't know, why would somebody not pick up the phone and talk? It's just weird. I don't know.
Was
But
was that a relationship or were you guys dating?
he was a relationship. Like,
How long were
my
you in a
mom,
relationship for?
since December, so about 8 months.
So it was exclusive relationship from December to July.
Yes.
And when did he stop talking to you?
By end of July, he just wouldn't get on the phone and talk, but he'll text all day.
Did you see him? Did y'all live in the same city?
Well, he lives in Jersey, so he lives in the tri-state. He lives close to here, actually.
When did you see him last before y'all broke up?
In July,
Oh,
literally the week before.
and he never gave you an explanation of why.
He just said he needed to sort himself out, that he think he wasn't ready, like, emotionally.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. So you don't have to answer this question, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
In July, with
July.
the same
Okay.
person. Yeah.
All right. So are you waiting for another relationship for that step again?
Quite honestly, I'm waiting for marriage for that step again, Kendra. I feel like I'm not ready to mix body fluids with people anymore until I'm sure they really say and want what they say. They say what they want, and they really do want what they say, right? So that's kind of where I am. Like, I'm literally waiting till marriage, or waiting till a commitment like marriage. So really waiting till marriage, because I'm just not gonna, I'm just not gonna do it anymore, because it's too much
So let me run
rubbish.
it back to you. I'm gonna run it back to you, the requirements. So
Okay.
you prefer a guy 75K bare minimum, but ultimately you would like him to make 100K because
Yes.
of the lifestyle you want to live. And now you
Yes.
just threw out there that you also do not want to have sex until you are married.
Yes.
So you want to, because I remember you mentioned travel, right?
Yes.
So you want to travel. Let's just throw out, I'll use Mexico. So you want to travel to a place like Mexico together, nice sun, him paying for you, but you guys are not going to have sex while you're in Mexico.
Absolutely. If we're dating for marriage, there shouldn't be a problem with that. Because, Kendra, the thing is, he can't afford to pay for me, right? If he's paying for sex, he can't afford to pay me. So, like, like, I don't think people should throw that out, like the guy is paying for sex. If you're dating someone that you want to marry, and you are investing in your own life too, right? Because, like, right now, I just met up with an ex who, he thinks is a man about town, handsome guy and doing well. And the dating, should I call it, the streets, is rough for everybody. And if you're a woman, or even if I was a man today who was trying to get married, and that's why I say you have to be honest. Because if you're trying to have sex, there are a lot of girls who want to have sex. Go take them to Mexico and have sex. But if you're trying to get married to a quality woman, that's an investment in your life. And so, it's not a payment for my sex, because no man can pay me for sex. I'm sorry. Like, I know, my rate would be in the millions. Sorry.
Her rates will be in the millions for sex.
Yeah, no man can pay me for sex. So you're not going to pay for a trip to Mexico. Like, Kendra, no, Mexico. Mexico was when we were younger. I'm trying to go
Okay,
to.
well then let's throw Mexico out. I forgot you are a high class woman. Let's throw Milan. Let's throw Spain out there.
Yeah,
So
I
let's
know.
throw
I
okay,
just came
so
back
let's do
from
Spain.
Bali.
So you meet this guy who makes more than 100K. He's attractive and he knows firsthand that you are not having sex until he marries you. So that will take a while, you know, to date to marriage. I'm assuming let's just on the low end, I would think maybe 6 months, right? You got
6
to at
months
least
to a
date
year,
because that's on the
exactly.
low end. It can take longer than 6 months. And again, I'm just throwing things out here, right? So 6 months. So you want him to take you to Spain and all of that and all the things that come with it, but you guys will not be having sex. Would you be in separate rooms?
No, actually, I actually dated a guy. We went to December because we both wanted to go to New York and do Broadway shows and stuff. And we came to New York last year. We had a room with two queen beds. And we were fine. Like, I just feel like I'm 43 years old, Kendra. I date guys in their 50s, men in their 50s who want to have sex with everybody they're dating. They're actually dirty. Like, that's not cool. That's not okay. Society can make it okay, but it's not. You're just exchanging body fluids with a bunch of people. A lot of times you don't even use protection. And
So
nah.
listen, I understand all of that. Now, my next question is, do you know any man or couple that has done this?
Yes.
You have a couple, so they dated without having sex and traveled the world
Yes.
and then got married?
Yes.
Okay, well there you have
Yes.
it. Have you talked
Yes.
to them to see if he has any friends?
I've talked to my friends, and the last person I dated was a friend of a friend.
No, I was talking about the couple that you said. You know, there's a couple that. So you understand what I'm asking you, right? They dated
Yes.
without having sex until they got married, and then they traveled the world. These are friends of yours?
No, these are like people I know. They're not friends, but they're people I know, like by a mutual friend.
Oh,
And they're actually a younger couple.
Oh, they're younger. They're younger.
Yeah.
How much younger?
They're in their 30s.
In their 30s.
They're both in their 30s. Yes.
Okay. Do you know anybody in your age range that has done that?
Not in my, not that I can remember right now. No.
Okay.
But I know people date without sex, like both men and women, and
No, I know. Listen,
I
I know people that date without sex. I would be honest. I don't know anybody that makes, and all the men in my life make a lot of money, right? So I'm very well aware of the 100K man and the millionaire man. I don't know not one of them that's taking girls on trips to Spain and not expecting any type of exchange. Also, I don't know a lot of them that are shooting for marriage because they have so many options of women.
Exactly.
So why would he invest in this when he doesn't have to? So that's why I'm just asking. So my thing is, it's your life, because whatever decision you make doesn't affect me. It affects you. So whatever you throw out there, hey girl, it's your life. Do your thing. But
yes.
I don't even like to use the word realistic because I am a person that believes my whole life isn't realistic. And everything that I have are things that were thoughts in my head that I have made come true. So I do believe in you can speak your life into existence and the things that you desire. But I also believe in real ways of making it happen and real data of what you're asking for. So I just don't know too many millionaire men or 100K men that's flying girls around the world without expecting something in exchange and also looking for marriage. I don't know them. That's why I asked you.
And the thing for me is this: I'm only interested in dating for marriage. So I'm happy. I would rather not date at all until I die than date another liar who's gonna tell me the things they think I want to hear just to have sex. Does that make sense? So if they don't want to marry, then obviously I don't want to date them, right? I'll be single right there and date a guy who tells me, oh, I want to get married in 6 to 12 months, but all he wants is to have sex. All he wants is to go to Milan and have sex with me, and then in 6 months go to Milan with Kate or another girl and have sex. If that's what you want, be honest. There are girls that want that too. That's not me. And I only need one husband, Kendra. I don't need to date all the men. I don't need to marry all the men. Just one husband.
Okay, now one last question, then we're gonna move forward. What if you do meet the guy that is willing to date you without sex until marriage, but doesn't have the money? He's not a man that makes 100K. He might be a man that makes less than that, but he will honor your commitment. He can't afford to fly you to Milan, or all these other extravagant places. Would that guy have a shot with you?
Yes, and I said that, Kendra. Yes,
Okay.
I feel like any guy, unless, but you have to want to make more, because if you don't want to make more, like say you make 40K doing something you love, right? And you don't want to change, you don't want me to coach you to, get another kind of job that pays about 100K. You just want to do that thing making 40K a year. Obviously, you don't want to be with me, because I'm not going to marry a guy I have to pay for all the time. Because at 40K a year, I'm probably going to have to buy our house, probably buy my cars. Like, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Listen, real quick, Delphine said, this is the first time I disagree with Kendra. There are wealthy men out there that are looking for the same thing as she is. Well, Delphine, if you know this wealthy man, put her in contact with him.
Please.
I'm speaking for what every man in my life, and I sit here very humble at times. I don't talk about a lot of things, but every man in my life is extremely wealthy. I don't know one of them that would do that. But again, I'm just speaking from what I know. You are completely right, Delphine. If you know plenty of wealthy men out there that will go for those standards, please connect her with them. Please
them
connect
my
her with them.
Facebook.
Like, stand on what you say. If you know plenty of the wealthy men that can do that, then connect her with them and stand on your word. Don't just be a person in comments saying stuff. If you know plenty of these wealthy men, bring them to the table and connect them with her, because that would be awesome.
Yeah, I just want honesty. That's my thing. Like, don't tell me the things I want to hear because you want to be with me. Like I don't need to be flown out, Kendra. I just did a 4-country tour of Southeast Asia with my money, staying in luxury hotels. I can pay for the things I love to do.
Okay, so that's fair, but Ada, that's not how you started. In the beginning, you said, remember the beginning, you said a guy that made less than 100K can't keep up.
Yes, because I wouldn't want to travel if I was with a guy, if I was married to that, right? I wouldn't want to do 4 trips a year without any of the trips being with him. In fact, he's gonna start, feeling left out, right? That's what I mean by keep up. It's not like I'm not gonna do me. I'm still I'm single, but I'm living my life, right? I've been making over 100K for the past 12 years. Like, I'm not, I've been living. I'm just saying that he can't keep up in terms of, for example, he can't even buy me a birthday gift that's worthy of mention, right? If he's making 40K a year, right?
So I get kind of confused, Ada, because on one end you're saying the money's important, then you say the money's not important, then you say the money is important. So I get kind of confused on that part.
Okay, so let me clarify.
Okay.
Let me clarify. The money is not so important that I'm gonna be like you asked, if I meet a decent guy, who checks the boxes, and the only box they don't check is they don't make 100K. Okay. I'm not gonna cancel them.
Okay.
Right? I'm gonna take them from the space where, for them to want to be with me, they probably want to make 100K. So they're willing to grow, right?
Okay. Okay.
But I'm also telling you why a guy who makes 40K and don't want to grow is probably not going to be happy with me, quite honestly, because he can't be my man. Men have to feel like men. They have to feel like they're adding value to your life. If a man is making 40K a year and he doesn't want to grow, that's where he wants to do, maybe he's doing something he loves, right? Then after 6 months or 1 year, he's going to start feeling like, he's not my man. Because I don't know, but I feel like most men I know, if they see a girl doing all this good stuff, buying stuff, flying, doing all that, and they don't contribute anything, they start thinking that, oh, she's cheating. It's how men are. They want to be provided.
Okay, so let's do it. We talked for a minute, Ada. Last question, and we're gonna go. Why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
Well, a guy will be lucky to be with me because I'm respectful, I'm honest, I'm beautiful. I really love God. I would pray for you. You will grow if you're with me. When the Bible says a man that finds a wife finds a good thing, let me let you know right now, if I love you, you will have had a good thing in your life. Like, for real, I haven't dated a guy who, at least, even if you refuse to grow, you are aware of your potential, because that's what I see. I see, people that, and I see that God had good plans for them, and I want them to elevate to those good plans that God wants for them. So
okay,
I'm a good human being.
we got you, Ada. Ada lives in Houston, Texas, a fashion entrepreneur, clinical training manager, 43, 2 kids. She'll date 35 to 55. Give them your Facebook page.
Princess Ada, and just search for Princess Ada, PRINCESSADA.
And there you have it. All right, baby girl. Thank you for coming on the show, boo.
And thank you, Kendra. I love your show so much. I love you so much. Keep up the good work. We love you.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you, boo.
Bye,
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 baby. Listen, I'm reading the comments. I'm listening to her. I'm gonna get somebody else. Don't worry. But I do want to say this, and I wish I could have. I don't know how to pin comments on Facebook. But someone said, Kendra, you don't know all the men in the world. You're absolutely right. I do not know all the men in the world. But here's the deal: if you want to speak on something, stand with it with facts. Don't just be in the comments saying, "Oh, there's plenty of men that have this money." Bring that man to the table. Period. Because anything I'm saying, I'm gonna bring the example of it, right? And you're absolutely right. I think this man can exist. And if you know him, bring him to the table. Because what happens is and there'll be a lot of women, and I love you women, but y'all are used to these cliche statements. Oh, there's someone for everyone. Oh, there's someone that's gonna honor that. That's not really always true. And unless you know the man and that has all those attributes by name, don't say that statement like you can back it up. I'm gonna need you to back it up, because what I'm telling you is a string of data of wealthy men, not one, plenty, and a lot of their habits. So I'm standing with data and people that I know. So you need to stand on the same if you're gonna be in the comments. And if you know this man that got all this money that's going to date women around the world and going to be celibate and wants to get married and shit, bring him to the show. We all want to meet this man. So please call the guy up that you know and bring him on, because everybody in this room watching want to meet this man, child. The hell?